तो आज अपन लोग बीफ करने वाले हैं। आज अपन लोग बीफ का शुरू करने वाले हैं। बीफ माने एक टूल है जिससे अपन लोग एक कंप्यूटर के ब्राउजर को टेक ओवर कर सकते हैं। ओके, सो इफ वी हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम यस्टरडे, आई विल बी टेकिंग देम नाउ एंड देन फिर उसके बाद मैं अपना शुरू करने वाला हूँ। राइट, सो अपन मैं स्टार्ट करना वाला हूँ। राइट, so open virtual box. And then over here, you want to be looking for um yeah. So you'll be looking for the machine and then you'll just start it. And right, and then you can open it. So we will need to boot it up in Kali GNU Linux. Okay, so what we're doing in Beef is we are hooking a target browser, which means this browser is our target browser suppose, right? So this is going to be your target browser. So in your host machine, you will be using your host machine's browser will be the target browser, and your virtual machine will actually be taking over the target browser. Okay. So we will let it open. Then start host F and then switch. Okay. So let me check. So what we will be doing is just write your username and password. Kali, and then password is Kali. Right. So just let it boot up. After it boots up, then we write the password, open it up. We'll be using this one called Beef. Okay, so Control Shift equals. I don't know why it opens Wireshark every time we open the computer, even though I do not think Wireshark. Correct. Control Shift equals. Right, so limited. Okay, so now what we'll be doing right now, अपने को एक ऐसा करना है, we need to use Beef XSS, which is by default installed on your computer. You खाली एक command डालना रहता है, BEF hyphen XSS start as root sudo v XSS start, right, sudo beef XSS start, sudo password for Kali KLI. Okay, so you will come here, you will click, go up here, you'll see webhook UI, web UI, control. Okay, so it will automatically open. So once it opens, the password will be let's take the default password. Yeah. So I still have the default password, but I don't remember what it is. So I will actually go over here. I will go search up. Right. Okay. So we will go into the beef directory. Okay, so the password is the default username and password is beef and beef, right? So the username will be beef, the password will be beef, or it might actually ask you what you want to set it. So that's your choice. It's better if you prefer both the same thing, so it's easier just to remember. Okay. So now we will actually try to hook. Um, just give me 1 second.
लो बेटा ठहरो।
So what we will be doing, अपने को यहाँ पर क्या करना है, उन्हें एक लिंक देता है अपने को बेसिक और एडवांस डेमो पेज। अपन एडवांस डेमो पेज खोलेंगे, ये तो खाली डेमो पेज है, एक वेबसाइट बनाते हैं ना, राइट? तो अपने को क्या करना है, ये कंप्यूटर के आईपी Can everyone hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Okay. So what we will be doing is opening the Beef browser, and what we will do is we will use this link to send it over to the terminal. We will send it over to the Okay. Is my voice now audible? Okay. So let's get back to what we were doing. So what we will be doing is we will be using this link and we will be sending it over to this computer. So we can actually like change the look of this. One more second.
Hello.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, we are not able to
Let's
hear
get
you.
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, can you please bit explain about this Beef browser, because just some sort of understanding.
Oh, so the Beef browser, this Beef tool is actually just used to hook a browser, another host browser, with a JavaScript code that allows it to like manipulate the browser. Like, so if I hook it over here, it will let me like manipulate this browser. Like I can send things to it. So first of all, what we will be needing to do is get this computer's IP address. So to do that, what we will do is go to Kali, launch another terminal, or just press it from over here. Launch another terminal. Control-Shift equals. Right? So here what we will do is we will ifco and cig. ifconfig. So we can see it's 10.0.0.251. So we will copy this link. We will check it first by writing before the 3000, write 10.0.0.251. 251. Press enter. And we just need to check that we get the same demo page. Copy this link and we will paste it over here. Okay. Right. So what I will do now is I will half and half my virtual machine with the so I will half and half the virtual machine. And then over here we can do this one. Close this one so we don't get that one as an online one. And then we can see right now there's an online browser that has a Windows logo. 10.0.0.73. You can see the operating system is Windows 10 and everything else apparently is unknown, right? So we will come here, we can go into commands, right? So we can go into commands and we can send a couple things over there. We can use Metasploit to like send a browser point, but we will be doing that later. So let's open the browser and we can send something over there. So we can send some like get page HTML, get page href, which means hrefs. So go down here, we can go into social engineering. This one we can send a fake Google thing over there. So we have Clippy, fake flash update, fake notification bar, petty theft. So we can send a petty theft one, right? And then we have a dialog type: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Hammer, iOS. So actually, let's just do Facebook, the default one, and the backing we'll just put gray. Actually, never mind. Let's put in iOS one, okay? And then we'll put no custom logo. Hit execute. So now it's asking us for our iOS username and password. It looks almost identical to that, right? And then when you press OK, it's actually just going to steal it. In the command, we can see, like I can write over here whatever I want. Write 1, 2, 3, 4 at a.b, right? It's just an example. And then we can just write that. Now if we press OK, never, we can see that the ID is answer 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a.b colon ajk, that, and then we have the password, which is ajk random whatever I wrote. Right. So we have other things that we can do. We can use other social engineering ones like fake notification bars that will just pop up and say you need to install something. Like if I execute this right now, we can see additional plugins are required to do that. And then we get some fake URL. I don't know what it points to, but let's just full screen this so we know what we're doing, right? So it says the URL is 0.0.0 dropper.exe, right? So we have other things. We can use an HTTP PowerShell. Like we can tell them to do something on their PowerShell to do something, right? So this is like social engineering. This means scamming. Social engineering is another word for scamming. You can do something and you have to try to convince them to give you their password. But right now with the website we're using, it doesn't really look that convincing, right? This says module config is loading. So let's just give this refresh, right? 10.0.0.73 commands. So we will let the command reload. And then social engineering, this means scamming. You can use text to voice as well, but it doesn't work as well. I might actually have to stop here. Wait, I might need to reshare so that everyone can hear it. Share screen 1, and then we can share sound. And then share. So it might just reshare. So everyone can hopefully see my screen, right? Just see what everyone sees. Okay, right? So now whenever I can do some text to voice, convert to text to MP3 and play it on Hook browser requires LAMP and eSpeak to be installed. Right, we can do hi, execute. So it requires some other things on the browser to actually be ran. But I'm pretty sure we can send some other things as well. Like we can give it some malicious file to download, but we don't actually need that. So other than that, we can do other things like suppose we have some network option. Let's go to network and then we can like ping sweep, which means just find all of the hosts on the network, detect Tor, which means dark web. And then we have like, so suppose we just run the detect Tor and then so we look for it and then it should give us nothing over here since there's nothing to actually check. So the reason the browser is not behind Tor, which means the browser is not a dark web browser, okay? So that's something around that one. That's around that one. We can use other Chrome extension ones as well. So the Chrome extension one is like inject some beef into the browser permanently. So if I have other tabs, like suppose I have this other new tab, I can inject beef into that one as well. So let's execute this, which means now beef can attack on every single tab that I have open, right? So I can go back over here. I can switch my tabs to, let's say, this tab. Give this a refresh. So usually when you switch your tabs or close the tab, it will go offline. But now it's still online. Right? So we can do other, so you have checked that. Please don't draw on the screen. Clear all drawings. Oops. Okay. Please don't draw on the screen. Clear all drawings. Okay. So what we will be doing next is another browser one. So we can do stuff to the browser. Like something will actually, some things will show to this and then some won't. So we have a beef alert dialog. So we're sending an alert dialog to the end user. So we'll say, hello world, hacking from beef. There. Right? We'll press execute. So go to not the virtual box, we'll go over here. And when we come over here, we get hello world hacking from beef. Okay. And we should actually just get it on every tab, but we aren't. Okay. So I hope everyone understood that one. Like, we did that with the browser and everything. And then we have like other ones as well, like exploit. So we can exploit the browser to get permanent access. So let's use camera. I might have to turn the camera off from here for the camera to actually work, but there aren't anything for the camera to do. So shell shock, what does shell shock do? Attempt to use vulnerability to execute. Okay, so we're not actually trying to exploit this. We're trying to just take a photo of the end user host. So we can go here. We can detect antivirus, cups, coupon printer, Google Desktop, get geolocation, hook default browser, which means it will permanently, I'm pretty sure, okay, it will use a PDF to attempt to hook the default browser, assuming it's currently not hooked. In this case, normally this will be IE, but it will also, okay. So we can get geolocation, which just means it will find the location of the current computer. So like coordinates of the computer.
नहीं वो तो सता आते के साथ उसकी क्लास चालू हो गई.
Okay. Please mute yourself because it is. And then we can also make a telephone call to a number if you want, if it's connected to something. It's only working on Android phones, Android and iPhone. So that's going to only work on that. So it will make a phone call to a computer. So we'll close that one. And then we also have other ones like persistence, man in the browser. So we'll stay until the user leaves changing it in the URL bar, right? And then we can use WordPress add administrator, confirm close tab. Like, so we can execute that. Right now we didn't try to close the tab over here, but when we try to close it, try to close, cancel. We will not close it. Pop-up window was requested and it was not created. So if someone confirms it, they will get the pop-up window. So you can't actually close it, right? Here, let's go here, the butcher. So like if I hit close, I will leave. Okay, now it closed. Okay, now I'll go back to the new tab. I will refresh this page and I will see if the beef is still hooked. Right? We still see it in online browsers because this browser, we have injected it into the other tabs as well, not just that tab. So now, as long as all of the tabs are open, they can't do anything. So social engineering, I'm looking for the camera one. Okay, yeah, we can just search it. Camera, enter. So we have exploits camera, photo,
screenshot. Okay, so we can use a Chrome extension screenshot and then execute. Then we have command 1. So we have the command results. We don't have any results yet. So let's go over here. So it will just take a screenshot of whatever tab we're in right now. Okay, so now we're in offline browsers considering because we're not on the beef thing. Let's go back to the beef thing. And let's refresh this. We can see it in online browsers. Click it, commands. So there is a lot of options of attacks we can do. Like we have PhoneGap, persistence, network, MISC. MISC meaning just random other things that that aren't like main categories. Like we can do like Gmail, read Gmail thing. If I click that, we are able to run the context of main either SOP, bypass or other issue. Then let's go read some email. Grabs 100 message IDs, then grabs content of each message, right? And then we have a crypto miner. Like X. The module starts the crypto loot miner. It's worth nothing that the module will not work for the default crypto loot proxies, right? And
Okay, so yeah, so what we can do now is my on the page that we are on. Let's just copying that, so control C. So what we will do over here is after we copy that, what we will do is we will press the execute button and it will try to get the clipboard data.get data is not important. So you can't actually do that one, get battery status, but if you're on a laptop, this will work, but if you're on a computer, it will not work. And we can detect the software. One of the terms to detect software installed on house by using Internet Explorer. And then we can detect other things like so let's go to the debug area, which we haven't. So we can return ASCII characters, return image, test code request, test HTTP redirect, test JS, variable passing, network request. And then we have other things. We can actually make the user get hooked with the browser autocode. So let's try doing it. So execute it once. Okay, so that is what we can do now is like get battery status, other things, right? We're gonna attempt to get the battery status. Execute command 1. Unable to get battery status, considering this one doesn't have anything. We can execute this one. Open this one. And to get the command results, we can click over here. Right, no image. So let's try getting the geolocation. Let's execute. Go to command 1. And then it might ask us the location terms. Okay, so that one isn't working. Okay, permission denied, longitude permission denied, geolocation enabled is on, which means my location is currently off and they did not give me permission to check their location. And the pop-up dialog didn't even appear, so I don't know what that one is. Right now, I'm actually trying to look for the one that takes a photo but it isn't working. So we have to phone gap, just random things. So we can beep. So I hope everyone can hear the beep at least. So we didn't get the beep. We just got nothing. So there's another geolocation. We can alert the user. So let's try executing the alert. Go to the butcher. I think it will capture. No. So some of these things require other APIs that we probably don't have on this. And some just work out in the box. And you can check out this items one. But most people might not understand what things is. Beef is just known for cross-site scripting, which means it will edit the code of the other side of this. It will edit the code of the target browser to display something that they shouldn't really be seeing, right? So Chrome extensions, we can execute on tab, and then we can write some JavaScript over here to execute. Right? And then you say get all cookies. And then grab the Google contacts, so it will execute. Let's try executing that. And then we have injecting beef, which means to hook on all across. I think I'm pretty sure it is that one. So we will send something to Google Voice. I'm pretty sure Google Voice is dead, and I don't know why I disconnected it on the person website. So that's basically that for beef, right? We have viewed most of what we can do with this. So basically, what we'll be doing with beef is attempting to attack the browser of the user in front of you. I think there's an app update. Let's try actually app update. So first, what we will do is we will stop beef from executing everything and stop it. And then we'll say sudo. So this is another command that I haven't shown you. This command is usually used for installing things you don't previously have in your computer. So we will write sudo apt upgrade, and then we write grade. I think I must put letting because it's actually defect process. So it either will error. With that. Right. So I quit that one. So what we will be doing is, okay, so the class is ending in 1 minute and 57 seconds. The meeting will end in that much time. I want everyone to just rejoin the same room. Okay. So that's that. We can actually use other not Metasploit, but other social engineering tools with carry limits, right? So let's just close this tab and then do it anymore. Minimize that. Okay. So we have other things we can do with Kali Linux. So the first one that we will do is we will use another tool called SET. So we will use this SET tool, right? SET. And then fairly. So in set, what we will be doing is just writing mostly numbers. Right? When we are on the menu, we will use the number buttons to select and do something. So we have a lot of attack vectors. And for the meeting ended, we were using SET to do some basic things. We will continue using SET right now. So let's get started. I will start sharing my screen. I will use screen one from share. Right. So we can see right now that we are using some spear phishing attack vector, website attack vector, infectious, payload listener, mail, mass mailer, Arduino based attack vector. So right now, just press one. Okay. And then we can do one perform mass mail, and then two create file format, and then three create social engineering template. So go 99, enter. We won't really be using mass mailer because Google had this feature where you can actually just connect your email to this. But now they have blocked that feature. So we can't really do this to send like random emails from other unsigned resources. So what we will be doing is we can use others like PowerShell attacks, wireless access point attacks, Arduino based attacks, mass mailers. So we can use suppose let's do files. So mass mailer, okay. So or it's not a mass mailer will also not work. Anything that has emailing will not work if you're using Gmail. So we will go on to infectious media generator via website attack vectors, create a payload and listener and that will be there. Press 4, enter. So I will actually try to count on it. Then I will write 99, enter. 22, enter. 22. That brings us back in here. So here we will actually just do 1. And then we will do 4. So right now we'll be infecting our main computer with malware. So this one, with this one, we say we want to do not a shell reverse. We want to do something else. So a shell reverse is basically just gaining access to the computer via command prompt. We don't want that. We want to actually be able to do anything we want. So we will be using a meterpreter reverse. So like we will do option 2. Spawn a meterpreter shell on a victim and send back to the attacker. So what we will be doing? यहाँ पर से अपने को number 2 दबाना है. Enter. So number 2 means the Windows reverse TCP protocol. And the difference between 2 and 5 is connect back to the attacker. Windows x64. So they're basically the same thing. For port number, just write 8888. Usually, if you're going under that, it's better than 8. Under 8 is better. So we can use something like 26. Okay. Enter port for the reverse listener. Oh, sorry. Okay. Just control C again. I thought I was the port. So the IP address for me is 10.0.0.73. You guys will have a different IP address. So 1. So just open another terminal or a different terminal. Another channel. And then we can write ifconfig to get it. It's going to be to the right of inet. We will become 002 So go to shell number 1. Create payload and listener. And then what we will do is we will do number 2. Then the 0, the 50, right? 253 or 251. Okay. So we'll be using the 251 IP address, 7.0.0.251. Press enter. For the port, go 36. So IP address will be your computer's IP address. So for the port, I'm just going to write 36. Generating the payload, and it will tell you what directory the payload will be. So you can access the payload. Tomorrow we will be doing Spiderfoot. So Spiderfoot is like a website enumerator that will get data from websites, and we can do a lot of things with it.
people আছে फिर दो चले गए छह थे फिर एक
So what we will be doing is just let it generate the payload, which means it's going to make an exe file. So the exe executable will be generated in the .set directory. I will show how to open that. So do you want to start the payload and install now? Just write yes. Right, just write the entire word. It will take a few seconds to load, so we will actually just open the directory until then, and we will find a way to send it to the main PC. So right now, just do sudo su ALI done, and then cd go to the main directory ls. We have all of that, and I will see cd.set .set. So we are in .set ls. So we have meta config set options and everything. So right now we write thunar dot. Tuner is just the file, another one for Explorer in this carry limits because they don't actually have an Explorer. We will create an encrypted zip file. So we will say create document. We will right click this, and then we will create a zip file called create archive, and we can actually password protect this. Not tar.gz. You can use other .zip. So just do .zip so we can easily extract it. Location is .set. Other options, the password is right 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason we're giving this file a password is so that when we download it from Chrome, Chrome will not detect it as a virus. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we create this. Like payload.exe. That's done. So now what we will do is press ls. So where the payload exe. Right now, right this instant, the first job we have to do is create a Python script. So we write Python -m http.server and do it on port 80 for simplicity. I will tell everyone why I'm doing it in port 80. Port 80 is the HTTP address, which means we can just write the address of the IP address and we can open it. Okay. That's that. Now our job is new tab, and we will actually just make go to that directory 10.0.0.251. Not all the way over there, just to find it. It will take us to a Python server, this Python server, and we will actually install it. But another step we have to do is Windows settings, and we will disable the built-in antivirus, not settings. So go to Defender. So write Defender, and it will take you to Windows security. So in Windows security, what we have to do is virus and threat protection. Scroll down until you see virus and threat protection settings. Click on it. And then we will see real-time protection. Turn it on. And then this pop-up is press yes. Right? So we will just press yes on that pop-up. That is closed. We are now vulnerable, so we can use this virus. We can hack ourselves. So open that. And it says insecure download block. We will keep it. The reason it's letting us keep it is because this file right here is zipped in a password protected zip. So what we can do is right click, we will unzip it, extract all, extract, and it will ask us for a password. Okay, try again. Yep. So we'll have an empty payload.exe folder. I don't know why it's not asking us for a password. Move it to the download. So like when I unzip it, it's not asking me for a password, so let's actually just do 7-zip. So 7-zip will take into account that it has a password. 7-zip, extract here. Yes. So the password is 1, 2, 3, 4. Just okay. So that's that. Just double tap this file. Nothing will open. And your computer is now infected. Now that our computer is infected, open the hackable, the machine that's called hackable, and you can see standing stage 17,000, no, 1,75,686 bytes to 10.0.0.73, which is the other computer. And then we opened it on port 36 on the other computer. Enter. So let's see what we can do. We have a lot of options. Let's start help. Right? So right now we just need to write run once more and then we say help. I don't think we are yeah. So we can do a lot of things over here, like mess around with the other computer, and we can do things with better, right? I don't know what's still not in there. We can questions. I think. So we just kill for session, which means it is uninfected. We need to reinfect it. Download. Double tap for payload.exe. Sending stage, session to open. So we can just say sessions. -1. Okay, so now we're in session. Session 2. So now we can write help again. This time it will give us other commands because this is for other things. So right now I will stop my camera from Zoom to do something over here. Okay, so I will stop my camera. So we can check the camera on our virtual machine. So what I will do, there is a command called webcam stream. So we will write that command over there. Webcam _stream. Right? Press enter. And then it says it's streaming. It opens Firefox, and now everyone can see me on my computer. It's kind of laggy considering the fact that we don't have enough resources for this computer. But now everyone can see that I am moving my head, I'm moving my hand. You can see that I'm moving my chair, I move myself around. Right? Everyone can see that. So we will go back over here and we can stop it. So number 1. And then press enter. Everything is perfect. So it's perfect. You will actually go to Firefox and then go to that. Go back and then number 1. So we've exited that. We are now still in the computer. We can write help again. So it sent us back to start. It means our computer is infected, but it's not infected. Okay, then never mind. It's still infected. We can do other things over here, right? Help. Too much of my resources are being used now, and my computer is literally being for help. Opportunity. Help. L T. Why we be able to have it? Can I have TNT? Wait, that's what happens when you're using a lot of system resources. Your computer is just starting to scream for help. So either way, that's basically the end of today's class. So that was that for social engineering and Metasploit. Basics of Metasploit. There are lots of other ways we can create malware with Metasploit. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and Allah Hafiz.